Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. In this tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make this scraped watercolour cake. I have a 3-inch cake board here, applying it with some buttercream to a 5-inch and popping that into the freezer. In the meantime I'll start building my bottom tier cake. So I have two 6-inch cakes and I've cut them both in half to make 4 layers of cake in total. And I'm filling it in with buttercream, and that's all sitting on an 8-inch cake board. Pop it into the freezer once you filled it, and then start working on your top tier. This is a 4-inch cake. Again, same deal, I had 2 cakes and I cut them both in half. And with both of these cakes, scrape that buttercream up against the sides before you pop it into the freezer. And now I'm applying my decorative layer. So I've got some purple buttercream here, and I'll have the colours in the description box below that I used. And I'm just creating a kind of semi-thick layer on the outside, and I'm scraping it down till I get a naked look that I like. And here I didn't leave it all too naked, I did want some cake to show through. And I scraped off the top and bringing that extra lip of frosting to the centre. And in the meantime, while that's sitting in the freezer setting, we'll start working on our top tier cake. Following the exact same steps, adding a decent amount of the frosting on the top, on the sides, and now scraping it down till you get the naked look that you like. Then clean up the top and back into the freezer for at least 10 to 15 minutes. And you'll see here as I scrape this turquoise buttercream on my cake, it doesn't dent the cake at all because the buttercream is nice and set, and it'll keep your cake looking neat and polished. And I want it to look a little bit more flat, so what I did was I took my bench scraper and I went around the cake, just removing any extra buttercream that was kind of sticking up, so it's all up and flush against the cake. Added some at the very top edge as well, so I went up and over the border onto the top of the cake, and just cleaning it up here with my spatula. Do the exact same thing for your top tier. I've also gone in with a little bit of white buttercream, so I didn't colour that with any gel food colour at all. And again, all you're doing is just swiping it onto the cake, and it just kind of almost gives it a cement kind of look, but the cement is coloured. Here I've got 3 extra thick straws in a triangular form, cutting it until it's nice and flush with the cake, and that'll support the weight of our top tier to make sure that it doesn't sink into the bottom tier. Applied a little bit of buttercream on top, disconnected the cake from the bottom cake board and just plonked it right on top. And because it was in the freezer for at least 20 minutes, you can handle it with your hands and it won't dent at all, so it's very easy to do tiered cakes. Then I've got some silver leaf, and straight from the packaging I'm touching it straight onto the cake. If it's not sticking to your cake, it means that you need to add a little bit of moisture, because this leaf will stick to moisture and not to dryness. And once you're happy with the amount that you've added, go ahead and embellish the cake with anything else you might choose to do. Fruits. I added in here a fake flower which had fake floral stems, and just cut off some leaves to stick that on as well. And you're done. That's how you make what I like to call a scraped watercolour cake. Decorated with some silver leaf, which is edible, and just some fake floral embellishments. And that's the tutorial for this week. Thanks guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. And if you do give it a go, don't forget to send me a photo either via email, or you can tag me to a social media post and I will check it out. I always love seeing your creation. And I will catch you on Tuesday. Have a good weekend.